Hello everyone, this is Hughes. The topic of this podcast is the 1288 AD battle at Bach Dang River. Over 4,000 years of history, many were the times the Vietnamese had victoriously fought against foreign invasion. Among those victories, the naval battle at Bach Dang, the last confrontation between Dai Viet and the Yuan dynasty after their two consecutive failures in invading our country, is widely considered to be the most illustrious victory in the fighting against the Mongols' invasion. Commander-in-Chief Tran Quoc Tuan, together with Emperor Emeritus Tran Quoc and Emperor Tran Quoc, was the one in charge of the operation against the powerful naval forces led by Ngo Quyen, Pham Nhan, Phan Thiep. In order to ensure sufficient army ordnance, Ho Tat Liet decided to use cargo ships to transport food and supplies to the army. In early 1288, the foot convoy led by Truong Van Ho was ambushed by our troops at Van Dong Cam Pha and Kua Lu Hong Gai. The majority of the enemies were killed, and Truong Van Ho fled to Queen Chau, China. As a result, the Mongolian army had to suffer an acute shortage of food under the unbearably hot and humid weather of Dai Viet, discouraging them from staying. With no news about the supply fleet, Tuat Horn had to split his army into two, cavalry and fleet, and retreated. Having anticipated this plan, Tran Quoc Tuan brought his army to Bach Dang River to organize the battlefield in advance, carrying the will of Ngo Quyen and Le Hoan in the battles at the same river. He had his men plant a barrier of large poles in the bed of the river, waiting for the enemies falling into the trap. On April the 9th, 1288, the Mongols reached Bach Dang River without an infantry escort, thereby falling into the trap prepared beforehand. Meeting such a sudden and strong attack, Ngo Quyen decided to withdraw to the sea. However, the Mongol naval fleet was ambushed by an army from the banks of the river. Coming under a surprise attack, the Mongols were so frightened that they jumped down to flee, but they couldn't escape from the attack of our army, leading to the death of countless enemies. The victory at Bach Dang River in 1288 ended with the destruction of more than 400 boats and the death of more than 10,000 Mongols generals. Ngo Quyen, Pham Nhan, Phan Thiep were captured alive and presented to Emperor Emeritus. The great victory at Bach Dang River not only marked a golden milestone in the history of Vietnam, but also came as a big shock to the world at that time, as Vietnam has successfully warded off 3 invasions of the Mongols, the world's most powerful empire in the 13th century. Thanks for your listening. I hope you enjoy the podcast. Please follow our project to get more intriguing knowledge about Vietnamese history.